Punk Revolution now! Today I'm going to be talking about an album that I think really stands out. And I'm not just saying that because I have a boner. I'm saying that because, so first off, I'm reviewing altfather's debut album, Omega Suicide Protocol. A noise rap album that, if you really take a look at the current state of experimental hip-hop, this is a fucking special album. So if you look in one direction of experimental hip-hop, you see noisy kind of industrial hip-hop acts, such as Death Grips, of course, Clipping, Injury Reserve. Even Kanye West with his album Yeezus had some industrial hip-hop influence. So we're seeing it everywhere. And then if you look in the other direction of experimental hip-hop, we're currently seeing a lot of lo-fi, depressive, lethargic hip-hop from acts like Earl Sweatshirt, Mike, and then a shit ton of SoundCloud rappers. So what makes this album so special is altfather takes all of those influences, compacts it into something really fucking concise and really fucking awesome, and says, here, this is what the future of hip-hop looks like. This is how you take all those influences, and this is how we progress with it, because this album is fucking awesome. There are so many noise rap albums that I hear where the rapping and the noise go together because, hey, let's blend noise together and rapping together because it might be cool. It's just kind of like a gimmick. You're just doing it for the sake of doing it. altfather, I've never heard a release do it. I've never heard a project blend together noise and rap so much together that in a way that it's so essential, as in the rapping needs the noise on this album and the noise needs the rapping on this album. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. They dance together. The noise and the rapping dance together. They're dynamic together. The noise goes up, the rapping goes up. The noise cools down, the rapping cools down. Even lyrically, think about it. This is a noise rap album. Sometimes the noise gets really harsh on this album. The lyrics on this album are about suicide and depression. That is exactly what lyrics in a noise rap album should be about. If we're listening to music that's gonna have harsh noise, I want some fucking harsh emotion too, and that's exactly what it gives you. So that's what I mean. It's not just blending together noise and rap for the sake of blending together noise and rap together. It's doing it because it's necessary for the artistic statement that this album makes. So on top of that huge achievement, which is pretty rare, and I think in this genre, as awesome as the genre is, what makes this album even more special is the fact that the best part of this album is the fucking rapping. The rapping in this album is so awesome. altfather has just a ton of personality, super honest, super emotional lyrics, and just so charming, and the hooks are so catchy. So, and that's so fucking rare because there's so many experimental hip-hop albums I'm hearing where the production just carries the entire album. It's like, oh, this production's really fucking experimental, how cool, and then the rapping is good too. No. This album says, we're gonna have production that's really experimental and cool and fucking awesome, and there's always some cool shit going on. But the rapping is going to live up to the production and exceed it and excel it because the rapping is so fucking awesome. In the midst of all this crazy cool shit going on, it's just full of fucking catchy, emotional, just like, oh, I connect with that moments, and then it's just fucking, there's like bangers in it too. It's somehow a noise album, but it's also a lo-fi album, and it's also a fucking trap album that you want to bang your head to. It just accomplishes so much in such a short period of time, takes so many influences, blends it together. It's so dynamic. It's like a fucking roller coaster. One moment it's just like noise punching you in the face, and then it cools down and gets emotional, and then it gets noisy again, but it's like different kind of noise. And then there's like fucking classical music. I don't even know there's just so much cool shit going on. So I'm going to give this a 9.4 out of 10 because it is a standout album in an already very interesting genre. It is doing this genre how the genre should be done. This is experimental hip-hop, how it should be done. This is the future of experimental hip-hop, in my opinion. 9.4 out of 10. Fantastic job, altfather. Cannot see what you do next. And shout out to Trevor and Christian. You know who you are, you motherfuckers. Punk Revolution now!